What's up YouTube, it's your boy Nash here, welcome back to the channel. Now before we get into today's video, the road to 200 subs is now officially over, and we are now officially on the road to 500 subs. Who knows, maybe we might get to 500 subs by the end of the year. Who the hell knows? But as I have said in previous videos, if this channel does get to 500 subs, I will open up this Korean LOB booster box in its entirety on the channel that I got from my partners over at Collector Store. So be sure to check them out. Link and address will be in the description below. By checking them out, not only does it support them, it also supports the channel, and I would greatly appreciate it. On the hopes to potentially pull a Blue Eyes White Dragon, a Dark Magician, a Red Eyes Black Dragon, a Piece of Exodia, Monster Reborn, Pot of Greed. The possibilities are out there. However, if this channel gets to 1,000 subs, I will open up this first edition Toon Chaos box in its entirety on the channel that I also got from my partners over at Collector Store, on the hopes to potentially pull my second ever Collector's Rare. It wouldn't be the first time. It wouldn't be the first time that I pulled a Collector's Rare, because I also pulled this as I am pulling it out of the sleeve. Is this a Collector's Rare Beat Cup from the Underworld from my Genesis Impact box opening that I did several months ago. This thing looks absolutely, woo, almost dropped it. This thing looks absolutely beautiful. I'm planning to get it graded at some point, but I don't really know when exactly. But with that being said, guys, guys, if you want to see those boxes get opened, maybe you guys want more episodes of WWE's Biggest Issue. Maybe you guys want more episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh's Biggest Issue, deck profiles, card discussions, WWE topic videos, or maybe, just maybe, you guys want some premium live event predictions and results. Well, if you guys want all of that and more, my channel is the place to be. So if you guys are new to the channel, and I know that a lot of you guys are, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and follow me on all of my social media. My ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And I want you guys to post in the comments below answering the question of the day, which ties into today's video. And the question of the day is this: based on the actions of this past week, should Bron Breakker be fired from WWE, or should he get called up to the main roster? Let me know down in the comments below. I'm very curious of what you guys have to say, because, yeah, apparently there's been an update on Von Wagner's condition. You guys are probably curious as to what I'm talking about. So if you guys didn't watch NXT this past Tuesday, the main event was Bron Breakker versus Von Wagner in a no disqualification match, with Baron Corbin sitting on commentary with Vic Joseph and Hall of Famer Booker T. And I'm gonna be honest, it was a battle. That match was a fucking battle. But it was the closing moments of the match that made all the difference. Bron Breakker picked up the victory over Von with a spear. But it was after that made all the difference, as Bron Breakker decided to hit Von Wagner in the back with the steel chair, and then decided to send Von Wagner to a hospital by hitting his head with steel steps. Now, unfortunately, I am unable to show you guys the photos, because I'm actually doing this on my phone, unfortunately. But yeah, it was just absolutely devastating. There are like no words that can describe how horrendous it was. I don't even know. I don't even know. But we do know that the current update, as far as we know, is that Von Wagner was, had been taken to a local hospital in Orlando for evaluation, and of course WWE will provide an update when available. So here's the thing. Here's the thing. I know some people might think that it's. I know some people might think it's part of the story, part of the storyline rivalry with Vaughn and Breaker, but the way I see it, but still, even you guys know that was a horrendous attack, a horrendous assault. I've never really seen anything like it before. And again, it ties into the question whether or not Bron Breakker should be fired or get called up to the main roster. And honestly, it's hard to say, because don't get me wrong. don't get me wrong. Bron Breakker, a former 2-time NXT champion, a former football player, from what I've seen in his posts on Instagram and whatnot. But here's the thing: when you, especially in WWE, when you endanger someone's life like that, it gets to a point where WWE questions what to do next. And honestly, it's kind of hard to say. I will say this. I will say this. Don't get me wrong, Bron Breakker has all of the potential. He has all the talent necessary. Bron Breakker has the talent necessary to be in the main roster. There's no denying that whatsoever. But the things that he did to Von Wagner after the match, that's where you have to question. Excuse me. And honestly, I think honestly, I think, in my honest opinion, I think Bron Breakker should be fired from WWE. I know what you're thinking. You're asking yourselves why. What makes you think that? It's pretty obvious. Bron Breakker, endangered the livelihood of a fellow NXT talent. And the thing is, Vaughn, he's got all the potential in the world, but the fact is, he hasn't been able to tap into that potential until recently. Within the last couple months, because if you guys know, for the last couple of years or so, Von Wagner had been one of the most despised superstars in NXT. And yeah, sure, he did give himself a few wins here and there, but once he got onto that losing streak, that was when everything changed, and that was when Vaughn started to slowly make his way back up to being a babyface. And honestly, it worked out perfectly. It worked out perfectly. It was as if it was a natural thing for Von Wagner to be a baby face. Where as opposed to Braun Breaker, you guys know his father and his uncle, Rick and Scott Steiner, the Steiner brothers. Yeah, sure, they may have been baby faces a couple times, you know, here and there, but for the most part, they're natural born heels, and Braun Breaker is the exact same way. But as I said, the things that he did to Von Wagner is 100% inexcusable. It was horrifying, and I think that would normally get him fired, or at the least suspended from NXT indefinitely until Von Wagner was 100%. At least. I'll say this. I'll say this. I think I know some people might go on social media or will probably post in the comments. They'll probably say, "Oh, Von Wagner deserves to be on the main roster." Don't get it twisted, okay? Don't get it twisted, all right? Braun Breaker definitely deserves to be on the main roster. He's had several main roster matches last year. If you guys remember, last year he had quite a few matches on the main roster, including the Raw after WrestleMania, where he became a 2-time NXT champion by defeating Dolph Ziggler. That right there was a huge win for him. So matches like that and moments like his match with Carmelo Hayes at Stand and Deliver are some of the reasons why Braun Breaker deserves to be on the main roster. I'm not taking anything away from him on that. I'm just saying that if you're gonna if you endanger the life of someone and you put them in a hospital, chances are that's gonna get you fired from WWE. I couldn't speak. From WWE. Look at Brock. Take Brock Lesnar for example. Take him for example. 2015. If you guys remember, back in 2015, the Raw after WrestleMania, you know, Brock Lesnar, after he had lost the WWE title to Seth freaking Rollins via the Money in the Bank briefcase, Brock Lesnar not only attacked cameramen, but also injured Jerry the King Lawler, Michael Cole, and JBL, who were all on commentary that night. And obviously, yeah, there were, I think both Booker T and Byron Saxton actually took over commentary that night for the next like couple weeks after that, if I remember correctly. And yeah, Brock Lesnar got suspended, and I think Shawn Michaels needs to do the exact same for Braun, with Braun Breaker, because Braun should not have done that. The things that he did to Von Wagner after the match, hitting Von in the head with those steel steps, never should have happened. And I think that's what could get Braun Breaker suspended, or even perhaps fired from WWE. I'll say this. Based on what we had seen from Von Wagner the last few years that he has been in NXT, he's a fighter. I know he'll fight through this injury and he'll come back. he'll come back stronger than ever, no doubt about it. But Bron Breakker, I don't know what Shawn Michaels has planned for Bron Breakker, but I can tell you one thing right now, Shawn Michaels is not going to let this slide. I can guarantee you that. Shawn Michaels will not let this one slide. And I'm pretty sure this upcoming Tuesday on NXT, he might make an announcement regarding Bron Breakker. He might even post on social media talking about it or something like that. But I'll say this. Von Wagner is a fighter. Shoutouts to him. Shoutouts to Von Wagner. Wishing him a very speedy recovery. Hopefully he will be back at 100%. Sometime in the next few weeks or so. But again, Bron Breakker, he's probably now one of the most despised superstars in WWE, and whether or not that gets him into the main roster is up to WWE. But knowing Shawn Michaels, it's as I said, he will not let it slide, and it's all because of the fact that he had lost the NXT title at Stand and Deliver, and that's all there is to it. That's all there is to it. He lost the title, and now he's pissed off. Plain and simple. But once again, guys, that brings us back to the question of the day. Should Bron Breakker be fired from WWE or get called up to the main roster? Let me know down in the comments below, and that will do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys want more WWE topic videos in the future, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and follow me on all my social media. My ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.